Hi, I'm Daniel, founder of Pretty Litter. Cats and cat owners deserve better than any old-fashioned litter. That's why I teamed up with scientists and veterinarians to create Pretty Litter. Its innovative crystal formula has superior odor control and weighs up to 80% less than clay litter. Pretty Litter even monitors health by changing colors to help detect early signs of potential illness. It's the world's smartest kitty litter.
Go to prettylitter.com and use code SPOTIFY for 20% off your first order and a free cat toy. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
If you're an athlete, you know the greatest motivator of all is the fear of letting your teammates down. After all, a team is only as good as its weakest link. So you owe it to those wearing the same jersey as you to be your best every time you step on the field. That's why there's no vape in team. When you vape, you can expose your lungs to toxic chemicals that can damage your lungs. If you're a step behind, the team's a step behind. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show, and in today's episode, so I wanted to do another video game review. I think I did say this when I did the last one, talking on Denizen. But no, I wanted to, there was a couple more games I wanted to talk on where I'm like, there are things that need to be worked on, because, you know, I think that these games can be good games at times. But, yeah, I feel like that they cater to only one audience, and I'm like, fam, that's not fun. You know, it's like, if I'm trying, my thing is this, if I'm playing a game for the first time, I'm not trying to have it where it's like, because the thing is this, at times I feel like when I be playing some games, I feel like I just came into the middle of a classroom, but like halfway through the year. Like, there are things that need to be taught. There are things that need to be learned. There are things that overall need to be practiced in the game before you just set me out into whatever and stuff. And I'm like, bruh, you know, I think some sort of like exercise or training, whatever, you know, but some stuff needs to be added into games. And from that to like, okay, you need to like have it where it's like the game can be catered to all audiences, because there's going to be some people where it's like if they play this game for the first time and then they think all games are like this, I feel like it's just going to ruin it, you know? So, but anyways, the game that I'm talking on is Gray Zone Warfare. Now, I had heard about this game. Like, they had been promoting this game. I heard this is going to be a big game. It's pretty much Steam's Escape from Tarkov, and for those that know of that game, yeah, I think just recently Escape from Tarkov, they faced a lot of controversy because they came out, I don't know if it was like if the game now costs $200 and something or it was a special edition, whatever the situation is, yeah, they came out with something $200 related, and I'm like, bro, why do you think somebody will want to spend that much on a game where I'm like, bro, people don't even be playing the game like that? I feel like at one point in time people were playing the game Escape from Tarkov like crazy, but now it's like that's a game that's dead. I think if I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you guys, that game is dead. Like, there might be some audience people that's still playing the game, but I feel like it's probably people that's like, oh, let me see what's going on with this game, and that's the only reason why they're playing it. Other than that, I don't think people are playing that game like how they once were. So anyways, yeah, so Gray Zone Warfare, people have been blowing it up. I really didn't know too much of the game, but it did look like it was a good game, and a lot of people were talking about it, so I was like, alright, cool. Game comes out, gonna play it. Game comes out, played it, immediate issues. And that's what I mean by like games, like, because I even remember saying that for the day before, but I'm like, look, if you're going to come out with a multiplayer game, you have to come out with an offline mode. So at least if people, because my thing is, my first impression is that this game don't work. So I feel like if an offline mode would have been added into this game, it would have been perfect. It would have been like absolutely perfect, because then I ain't going to have to worry about lag. I'm not going to have to worry about nothing else. I'm like, I am playing this game and having genuine fun. But I just feel like that there's some games where it's like they just only want to make things multiplayer only, and I'm like, bruh, do you understand that there's people in this world that probably got jacked up internet, or there's people in this world where it's like they might be paying on like an internet bill of some sorts, and then next thing you know, it's like, yeah, they miss a payment, or it's like they don't have enough money to pay on that bill, so it's like they're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Not saying that I've been in that situation, but I'm just saying, like, there are probably people that are in situations where they don't have top tier good internet, or they might not even have internet at all. So my idea for games like that is that you need to have an offline mode. And yeah, you might have a good internet. Everybody else across the world might have good internet, but there's going to be that one person that sees this game and they want to play it, but they do not have good internet. So guess what? They're going to be dealing with lag. They're going to be dealing with all these different issues. And guess what? That's going to make the game unplayable. And then guess what of another thing? They're going to end up getting their money back. They're going to ask for a refund because that's what I overall did. This game, when I tell you that this game was lagging so bad, so the crazy thing about it was that when I very first did play it, I remember I was playing over in one of the servers that they created it was like far overseas. I think it was Asia. Yeah, it was Asia. It was Asia's server. And the game was like mad laggy and stuff. So that makes sense. Played it on the West Coast, still laggy. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I'm playing it where this server is like dedicated to. Why is it so laggy? That, to me, that don't even make any sense. I'm like, a game should not look, bruh. If it's 2009 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out, then it makes sense. Because that's when internet I felt like wasn't really all that good. But I feel like now, where if you do, my thing is this. If you're in a position like me, where you're a content creator, and you're going to make sure of it that you have top tier internet, top tier of everything, you're going to make sure of it. Okay, I feel like just even with games, it's like you're going to make sure of it that this game is playable and all this other stuff. And I'm like, fam, this game was not playable. But I'm like, you're going to make, like, I don't know why. I was like, I feel like I kind of like left off a middle portion. But if you're in a position like me, okay, I'm going to redo this sentence. All right, I'm going to say it just in case for the ones in the back didn't hear me. If you're in a position like me where you're a content creator, you're going to make sure that you got top tier stuff, top tier internet, top tier PC, top tier gear for your PC, top tier everything, right? Now, explain to me, how is it that I personally feel that I have top tier internet, top tier gaming PC, top tier everything else, but this game is still laggy? Okay, I felt like, yeah, saying it the second time around, it sounded a little bit better and stuff. But jokes aside, that don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense at all. Where you got like that's like having an Xbox Series X and then there's a game optimized for the Xbox Series X, but it ain't playable. What sense does that make? Why would I want to play that game then? That's what I'm saying. I feel like that games like that, where if you're unsure about how many people are going to be playing, because that's like the same situation with Helldivers. My thing is this: what developers need to start doing is that you guys need to start coming out with demos, beta testing, all that other stuff, so people can play the game, and then you guys can have an idea of how many people that you need to have, or how big the servers need to be. And then that's when you can then add however many gamers you want to add into a server. But I'm saying though, it's like, to me, that type of stuff just doesn't even make any sense. So yeah, there are definitely some server issues that need to be fixed with that game. I know the game just came out, but I'm like, that's something that needs to be worked on as soon as possible. Not later, not months later, not weeks later. No, it's like right now, today. I'm saying, because that's just something where I'm like, I checked today to see if they had any updates to fix the lag and all that stuff. They haven't. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well then why does the game exist on Steam? This game, my personal opinion about this game, it's not ready for Steam. Maybe whenever the servers and everything else works. Well, I think the game, it is in early access and stuff. Hold on for a second. Let me check real quick and stuff. Hold on. Steam. Yeah, it is in early access. Okay, so my thing is this. I done played other games before that was in early access, and I feel like that there are some other games in early access on Steam where they work perfectly fine. Let's just go to the Steam section and top rated games and stuff. So, the games that I've played, 6 Days in Fallujah, I think that's how you pronounce that. That game is mad difficult, but that game was, it worked, what are some other games that I've played? Project Zomboid, that was a game where I think I got stuck or something, but it was playable. 7 Days to Die, that game's been in early access for over 10 years. It's a playable game. Supermarket Simulator, that's a game where I done put, if you guys follow me on Twitch, you know how much I've been playing this game. BeamNG, playable. Phasmophobia, playable. What are some other games that I've played on Steam? hold on for a second. The Isle, it's like this dinosaur game that's been in early access since 2015. I'm saying you got games from all different years where they're all playable. But I'm saying from that, BattleBit Remastered, what are some other games that I've played? Slime Rancher. I think I remember playing that a while back. Yeah, that game was playable and stuff. What are some other games on Steam that's playable? I'm saying, like, there's a lot of different games that I played on Automation. That game is playable. What are some other games that I played on here? I think I played a couple of them backroom games. There's a lot of different games I played on in the early access section on Steam where they've all been playable. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that there's no excuse for why you guys come out with this game and then it's just not playable and stuff because of these servers and all this other. I'm like, in performance issues. I'm saying it's like there's people out there that gotta probably play this game on low medium settings. Meanwhile, they got a gaming PC where he can play games on epic settings. There's games that I played where I'm like, wow, visually amazing. You know, and then there's some other games where I'm all like, man, you know, games like this, for an example, where it's like, well, guess I'm never going to be able to find out what it looks like on the best possible settings, because they probably don't even know what the game looked like on the best possible settings. They're just like, oh, let's just hurry up, jump out, and release this game. You know, there's the one game I'll never forget where when they released it too early, and then the ratings, it just overall bombed, and maybe it might be a situation like that with this game, or it might be a day before situation, but the one game that always come to mind when they do when people do stuff like this is Cyberpunk 2077. When that game came out, oh, it had bombed with all the performance issues that game had. I'm telling you, I have never seen a game in such a bad state, but now it's a good game. I'll give them that. I will say that it's a good game, visually nice, everything about it nice, but I don't know why it's like, you know, it took them some time and stuff, but still, I'm like, even with games like that, there ain't no excuse. It's like, but you need to take your time. If your game is not ready, I don't care what the audience is saying. Put out demos, put out test stuff, but I'm not trying to have it where I put over 2 hours into this game and now I can't get my money back and I'm just stuck with this game. I don't like stuff like that, man. So, but anyways, now let's start talking on the game. So eventually I did sit down, play the game. Even when I was playing in the Asian server, I did sit down, play the game, and it seemed like it was a good concept. Like, you know, I like the idea of the game. I think it's solid. I think it can be an easy game. I just wish that it was an offline mode so I can really see how good it is. But no, when I did play, that is an issue that I've seen, is that you have to waste a lot of ammo to take out enemies. 3-4 shots, that should be able to take out an enemy. But if I'm wasting a whole magazine on an enemy, a magazine clip, whatever, I'm wasting all this ammo on an enemy, that's not going to make me want to play the game. If I realize that enemies are that tough and then they can shoot me for however many times and then I'm, getting injuries and all this other stuff, that's not fair. That is not fair at all. They can shoot me. I get these injuries. I gotta, take these med kits and use that left and right and things. But I shoot them and all I'm just doing is wasting ammo. So it's like, it's pretty much a lose-lose situation for me. I'm either losing ammo, or if they shoot me, I'm losing med kits and all this other stuff. That's not fun, bro. I don't know what kind of idea that is, but I'm like, that needs to be fixed, And I get that it's an extraction shooter, but I'm like, bro, my thing is this: if you played Escape from Tarkov, or if you played any other type of extraction shooter, why is it that when companies, they see another game do successful, why is it that they want to just copy that same exact stuff? Do something different. Have like a practice mode where you're not, you just kind of going around, you're just wanting to level up your character, but you don't really want to lose out on nothing. Make something different, make something unique. Just be overall different, where it's like, have it where it's like there's story missions to do. Have it where there's like, it's more than just an extraction shooter. But I'm like, every time when I see that, I'm like, bruh, come on now. I'm saying, like, look, if you know what Escape from Tarkov is, or if you played any other type of extraction shooter, this game ain't no different. So that's why I'm like, they ain't no different than when I see games come out and it's like Dead by Daylight, where I'm like, okay, you play Dead by Daylight, then you already know what this game is. It's just in a different settings or whatever. And I'm like, that's why it's like, for an example, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th. I'm trying to think, then they're coming out with a Killer Clowns version of it. And I'm like, bro, I am getting tired of companies where it's like you see another game, then you're like, oh, well, let me do that same exact thing. You know how, like, that's, cause outside of video games, I also see this with sneakers, where when like, let's say Nike, they come out with a popular colorway of sneakers, then another company wants to do it. We already got the Nike version. Why do we want the Puma version, or the Adidas version, or the Reebok version, or any other type of version out there when we already got the Nike version? I guess if you can't afford the Nike version, then yeah, that's when those, but they be charging them for the same price when you sit down and think about it. Like, you're having to put, my thing is this. If you have, because I feel like if I can set this in an example where it makes sense. So you have $200, right? Now, you have the money to just go out, buy the shoes. Like, yeah, you might have to have like some money left over to do some other thing. But let's just paint this picture. Okay, there's two lanes. There's one lane where you get the Nike shoes. There's one lane where you get one of the other types of shoes that look like the Nike shoes. Now, I overall want the main thing. I want the thing that, like, like the Nike shoes, because that's the one that came out first. That's the popular one. That's the one that everybody is going to get, So let's say I go to a store and I get the shoes or whatever. Okay, cool. Shoes are in my possession. Point blank, simple, easy. Ain't nothing to it. Now, if I wanted to get one of the other versions, I gotta go to a specialized store. So you'd sit down and think about it. You already know which store got the Nike shoes. Foot Locker, Champs, whatever store you're choosing. You could drive right up there, get the shoes, come right back home, you chilling. But with like one of the other versions, let's just say that the Foot Locker, Champs, whatever, they don't have that shoe. They don't have the cheaper version and stuff. So guess what? Now you wasted this trip going all the way back up to this place, coming back. Now you going checking another store. They ain't got the Reebok, Puma, Adidas, whatever type of version and stuff. The alternate version and stuff. So now you gotta go online. Now you then you see that, oh, okay, they have it on there and stuff. It's cheaper, but now you gotta pay for shipping and handling. So you might as well be paying for the same exact thing. And it ain't no different than with it's like a video game where it's popular and all that stuff. And then it's like, okay, let's say it's on Xbox, PlayStation, PC. You could just get right then and there. But then it's like with the other game, yeah, it might be a little bit cheaper and stuff. But then it's like if they having performance issues and all this other, pretty much saying like, okay, you go out and get Escape from Tarkov. You already know what it's about and stuff. You play it. Like, it's the same exact thing. It ain't no different than Gray Zone Warfare, but it's like I gotta go out and get all these different PC parts just so Gray Zone Warfare. So it's like you sit down and think about it, you're paying more for the alternate version, and I'm like, I ain't trying to do all that. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, games like that where it's like, if you really want people to test it, if you really want people to like it, games like that need to be free. They should not be charging no $30-$40 for that game. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, especially if it has all these different issues at start, that's not fair to the gamer. All right, so but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, watching this on YouTube, follow, subscribe, viewing this on podcast sharing service. Thank you guys and peace.